So almost everybody in my immediate family has said that they don't want me to go to Texas. Mostly because they're worried that, you know, something will happen. Um, I'm not worried about it. I'm saddened by the whole situation. Um, there's a lot of inquisitive minds in my family, and they are a little bit wary of the precarious position I will be in. Even the female I'm going over there to see is slightly anxious about it, about the whole thing. I was going to end my video on my last video with the martial art combos. I'll link to that and I'll put it here. I really want you people to see that video. And I really want you to download the video before that where I talk about, where I have the poem and I talk about how I'm not going to do anything on the airplane. You know, I'm not a terrorist, so they can't try to set me up. I'm just covering all the odds and ends. I'm not really worried about it. I thought it was important to end it on this one so you know that I'm in complete control. I do a lot of artistic expression. I do a lot of passionate impromptu speeches, trying to get people to see that I'm genuine and sincere. And I'm going to try to keep this concise, even though it demands a lot of elaboration, especially as the last video. You know, I mean, all my key points I'm absolutely right about. I don't feel any need to take down my videos, anything like that, because I'm right, you know. Doesn't matter how I say it, doesn't matter how I look. Even in my last videos, I get interrupted with the prank calls. So, I don't expect them to stop anytime soon. I'm not really worried about that either. I'm mostly saddened because during the last years, and there's nothing that's going to change that. I'm not going to sell out to change this fact, but during the last years of my father's life, you know, most likely he's getting old. My parents, I don't know when they're going to go, obviously, but I know that he's going to see me struggling, fighting against the New World Order. I know that they're not going to give him a fair shake, a pillar of this community. I'd go as far as to say that, to my knowledge, living in San Jose area almost my entire life, over 30 years, I can't think of a person who's more of a pillar of this community in the 408 than my father. I don't think such a person exists. You know? And to see how they have convinced him to turn against me and to play stupid about the psychops and so on is rather disgusting. You know, yes, the secret societies are absolutely hypocrites. You know, if they really believed in being subjugated by the best and the brightest, then why aren't they subjugated by my father? You know, we all know that brain surgeons and rocket scientists, in the eyes of especially the scholarly community, the intellectual community, are the best and the brightest. You know, for them to pretend that's not the case shows you their hypocrisy. You know, is there any Jew in America that can say that they're more intelligent than my father? No. You know, who, a banker? May as well say a bank robber is more intelligent, you know? So the whole system is a lie. It's faulty. You know, it's very sad that they don't see it that way because they are liars. They are hypocrites. And they don't stand behind the best and the brightest, even when those people do what they want them to do. My dad tread lightly, you know, kept to his own, only tried to help people out. He didn't do anything to defy the New World Order. He just worked hard and helped people out and gave more to charity proportionally than any of those guys have. He's has more character. He's higher, more value, you know. But look at how they treat him. Look at how Kaiser's treating him. Look at how, you know, and he probably, you know, he's not going to go out publicly to say this himself. You know, it's not who he is. He's a humble guy, you know. but it's very disgusting, and chances are the rest of his life is gonna be just seeing everything he worked for go down the drain. And as these evil people that run the world just kill everybody, will he have made a difference to some people? Absolutely. In the bigger scheme of things, it's up for debate, But giving millions to charity and free service, and over the years, and paying operational costs, and investing in his company, and trying to treat people as fair as he can as business partners, it's heartbreaking. We live in a society where the best and the brightest are not recognized, but people secretly do things in the name of being the best and the brightest. And it's very sad because a lot of this stuff is very misleading. For example, people go to Ivy League schools, right? And they automatically assume that they're the brightest. But we all know that's not the case. I went to one of the top college prep schools, in America, Webb schools, in Southern California. Was anyone there the best and the brightest? No. What school you go to means nothing. What secret society you're part of means nothing. Who are the best and the brightest? There's many, depends on your scale, right? But if you're going to use the scale that the Masons, for instance, claim to use, then certainly my father is among the top 10, at least, best and the brightest in America. And what he's trying to do is just, there's no really way to be more, no real way to be more righteous than what he's trying to do. With giving medicine to people and an organic alternative to a lot of these big companies, very harmful, destructive pesticides and stuff. And I'm not going to really explore that too much more, but it is a tragedy. It is an absolute tragedy. My family is probably the most underrated family in America. The most done wrong. My dad's one of the top brain surgeons, if not the top brain surgeon in many regards. There's different scales to use to judge a brain surgeon. But if you're going to judge charity and dedication and intelligence and education and wisdom, then hands down, he's the top brain surgeon in America, period. There's no brain surgeon that's more educated and dedicated than he is. There's no brain surgeon that has given more to charity and free service than he has. He's the top brain surgeon in where it matters the most. My brother, very smart business mind, very business oriented. My little brother, I'm not gonna say he's the best programmer or something. I don't believe he is, but he's a very talented person. He's pretty much where he should be in life. I'm the top martial artist, shunned by women, shunned by society. Just, I have an uncle who's a medical company, and he does pretty well for himself. Another uncle who's a rocket scientist, and the government kind of pushed him to the side. Now he has some mediocre job, from what I understand. My mom's sister, is a doctor. Okay, my mom's side, my mom's sister is a doctor. Her brother is a rocket scientist, from my understanding. My dad, one of his brothers, is, passed away. He was a graduate top of his class, UC Berkeley Law School, and his other brother is a doctor as well. My mother is a general surgeon. My dad is a brain surgeon. I have a degree in information technology. My older brother has a master's in business. My little brother has several certificates and a degree in computer science. And, for this society to do this to us, because I'm telling the truth, for them not to help my dad with his business, some people have. There are some good people. And I'll only mention their race because these people may feel that I haven't treated them fairly. There are some good white people that, from my understanding, and from what I've seen with my own eyes, and to the best of my knowledge, are helping my dad with one of his companies. There's other people, that have done something to help him with his other company. There's Ebos, I won't mention their entire name, but I will say Good Luck's family. Very honorable people, from my understanding, But society at large, absolutely appalling how we've been treated by these people. And my father and mother won't ever come out publicly and say that, ever, because that's not who they are. But believe me, it is appalling. I mean, it is just heartbreaking. You know, I mean, to see, you know, my parents have malaria drugs and a drug that cures, you know, Alzheimer's and different things, and to see that people aren't really, you know, it's like they've been reaching out for that to them for years, trying to give medicine to the people that need it. And I'm not talking psychiatric medication, I'm talking life-saving medicine. You know, Alzheimer's, I know a lot of you don't know that much about it, you know, and I actually was ignorant to it myself, and is one of the things that I took back later on, is that it is a serious problem. People forget things and they die. They forget to do things that kill them. It affects them in ways that causes people to die, you know. And it's just, to me, it's absolutely disgusting what is going on, how we've been treated, you know. And then my dad, you know, he's getting old, you can imagine. I'm in my mid-30s. He had me when he was pretty old. You know, you can imagine he's getting old. I have a younger brother. You know, any day he could pass. And when that happens, you better believe that all bets are off. I'm pulling card. Anybody who I think might possibly have something to do with it, you know, in my mind, automatically, I'll start taking out anybody who I think got in our way, anybody who, you know, and I'm not going to threaten anybody in this video, you know, so just forget I said that for now. But, you know, it's just, to me, it is absolutely disgusting, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm a peaceful guy. I'm going to Texas for peace, you know, to try to settle down, to start over, to change the way that I behave. No more artistic expression in my videos. I'm going to be around children. I'm going to, you know, comport myself as a gentleman. But, you know, just to see this, man, it's just, I don't think you people can truly understand the heartbreak. To know that if society respected you and your family as they claim to respect the best and the brightest, all cockiness aside, if they gave people respect where it was due, where, you know, to people that deserved it, we would be living in an entirely different world. It is philosophies that have allowed them to shun me and my family, and to prevent their medicine from getting out, and to prevent my message from getting out. You know, just very bad people. You know, some of you will eventually figure out who my father is. You want to know what a good person is, despite our disagreements about psychiatry. Where he goes wrong is because he wants to have faith in the medical community, which is what you'd expect a doctor to do. And he wants to avoid trouble with the New World Order. He believes in helping people, and, you know, he's overstepped his bounds with me, true, but he did it for what, you know, because what he thought was right. And just to see him look worn out these days, I mean, don't get me wrong, he still has enough strength to do what he's got to do. He's still a good doctor. He's still on top of his business and what have you. But to see him getting older, I mean, worn out wasn't really the right phrase, to see him getting older and to know that one of these days he's going to be gone and I'm going to be the most bitter, cold-hearted person on the planet as a result, to have witnessed this for over 3 decades. The last years of one of the greatest men that ever stepped foot in America, you know, it's just disgusting. You know, these people in charge, you know, my son, my uncle, my father, and I don't know how they justify it to themselves. You know, greed is a very horrible thing. Their philosophies allow them to do very atrocious things. I am fucking astounded. I'm perplexed at how wicked they are. The root cause, the underlying reasoning behind their wickedness has me fucking bewildered. You know, I mean, I wish I could ask them in a million different ways why. Why kill everybody? Why not just, you know, make a world where we can all just live together, you know, where people naturally limit their families, you know. Is it so important to you that everyone bootlicks to you rich people, whoever you may be, whatever groups you may belong to? Is it so important to you that you control everything, that 65 million people have to die unnecessarily every year, that good men, you know, are stopped from helping society, you know? And all you ever say is these false deals. You know, we're going to help you if you take off your videos. You change your stance on all the spiritual bottom feeders. You know, word of magic is going to help you. Nothing is going to happen even if I did that, which I'm not going to. You know, nothing good is going to come of it. The same people who did this are going to keep doing it. You know, nothing is going to change. And if they really meant that, then they would take it upon themselves to fight the people in charge without having to make me these offers. The only reason they're making me these offers is because they want me to stop doing things in a way that opposes the people in charge, who are not going to stop killing people unless people like me tell you things like this. And even then, who knows? I believe that there's a chance, or else I wouldn't try at all. You know, but on the same, well, excuse me, I believe there's a chance, or else I'd be very discouraged from trying. But, you know, even if I knew I was going to fail, because I'm a man of honor, it behooves me to act. I'm a man of action. I'm fighting for God, humanity, morality, righteousness, selflessness, honor. I know I went on and on. I wanted to make this concise, but like I said in the beginning, it demanded an elaboration. And when I was interrupted by the prank callers, who knows, maybe they're watching me right now. Maybe that's why they called right now. They want me to end on a video where I come off very angry, very violent, very unpredictable, very moody, you know, that would scare people. This guy was this monster. But who am I really? This is who I am, really, just very thoughtful, logical man that just tells the truth. And they don't like it. This is who I am. And also, I'm a warrior. I'm a Christian. But besides that, this is who I am. First is my great-grandfather. He was a Mason for many years. And he looks like a good man, and he shows you that not all Masons are bad. But as an institution, it is bad. The effect it has on society is a negative one. And the other pictures are, you know, family members, my grandmother, and other family members. Some of them I can't show you their face. But they were criminals. Ow! 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 So I dropped this jewel, this little pearl. When Chukwu and Mecca entered the world, they became scared little girls. I don't guess drugs. Mostly just out of my system. This is moments after I did that combo in the first clip. So I'm still fixing my thing. I want to end it on this so you can truly appreciate what I mean. Heathen scumbags.
Let us develop a kind of dangerous unselfishness. We aren't going to let any mace stop us. But we just went before the dog singing, ain't going to let nobody turn me around. And so just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around.
So, did that atheist guy really tell you to provoke me to go to the psych ward?